Hello fellow viewers, people of the channel, so on and so forth. My name is Bricky. I don't normally do movie reviews quite often. I actually very rarely ever do movie reviews. I think I've only done two in my entire channel's history, one on Captain America Civil War and one on Star Wars Rogue One. I normally do gaming stuff, but sometimes there's a movie that I just so enjoyed to like a ridiculous degree that I have to talk about it. And Twitter isn't a large enough outlet for that, so I thought why not make a movie review or just a quick little video like this. Plus I like reviewing stuff, makes me feel like my opinion is validated. So today we're talking about the most recent X-Men movie, and apparently Hugh Jackman's last time playing Wolverine in the past like 18 years of him playing that character. Now Logan looked pretty good in the trailers and it kind of gave me a little bit of a Last of Us vibe, right? Because you have Hugh Jackman as Wolverine at the current moment, a little bit of old man version, and it also has the younger girl, which is very reminiscent of Joel and Ellie from The Last of Us. Just kind of gave me that vibe, more of a deserty area. No spoilers by the way, just like base story plot points. Wolverine is a lot older, isn't as strong anymore, and basically makes money on the side as a limo driver to go help with Professor Xavier, who is getting really old and not doing so hot. Things go down, plot points and story start happening, and then he's tasked with helping this little girl who is very similar to what he is. And so the movie basically stars him, the girl, as well as Xavier to go ahead and do this task, and that's pretty much it. That's the movie. I'm being extremely vague because some of you may not have actually seen the trailers, and I want to keep as much of that story details as like low as possible. I'm just gonna say it right out of the gate, okay? This movie fucking blew my socks off. Holy shit. It was good. Now this movie is R-rated. I'm talking R-rated. This is like a realistic portrayal of what happens when a guy gets sliced up by a dude with giant like indestructible metal claws. Arms and legs and faces go everywhere. Everything is fucking crazy. People say the word fuck all the time. It's a very gritty, much harder X-Men movie, not only because of the R rating, but also because of the way the story pans out. It is very feelsy. It is a much deeper, much grittier, very emotional moment. And when I say emotional, I mean emotional. It hits hard sometimes. I found myself tearing up on more than just one occasion. It is very rough. Which also translates to the characters, of course. Now, Hugh Jackman plays Wolverine greatly, but he has a lot more emotion. He's a lot more bitter and angry and also sad as well. He's an alcoholic. He plays this old, bitter, wounded, just beaten to earth old man that he, plays in the comic books as Old Man Logan. Xavier is really old and not all mentally there sometimes. And of course, Patrick Stewart is a fantastic actor. He always has been, and his character is very big in the movie as well, but he's kind of a more bitter Xavier. He's not like perfect, just new founder of the school kind of Xavier. He's like, fuck this shit Xavier, and it's quite good for his character. The young girl was also great as well. They made a very interesting choice in making the girl talk very little, which is actually, I thought, kind of a strength to the movie, because it told her story more through like small actions and facial expressions and her actual like deeds when shit starts hitting the fan than entirely just by saying words. Acting across the board was awesome, including the villain. He had some very nice quips when he was talking to Wolverine. They kind of went back and forth. He kept up with him pretty well. He also did a pretty good job as well. He isn't like the greatest X-Men villain or anything, but, he served his purpose. Which then brings me to the action scenes in the movie. And the action scenes in this movie are probably some of the best the X-Men films have ever had. Because when you take grit and violence and blood and gore and you give it to the just animal that Wolverine is, it is amazing. In the first 5 minutes of the movie, there's a quick little action scene that starts off the movie, and I gotta tell you, that instantly set me up for the rest of the film. As soon as I saw that, I was like, wow, holy shit. This is what we're in for, and it doesn't let up. Every action scene in the movie was well choreographed, had some very long shots sometimes. I had a couple of times where the camera was kind of like cutting in and out very often, but it didn't really bug me. But the long shot action scenes were just extremely well done and impressively acted, and it's just all this kind of crazy, detailed, impressive fighting sequences that not only have great stunts, good choreography, good blood and effects, but worked for the film. Now, there are far fewer action scenes, or at least the action scenes were shorter than in normal X-Men films, because it's much more based on plot and story and deep emotion, but I didn't really take any points down for it. I wanted more action scenes, not because the movie didn't have enough, but because the action scenes were so fucking good that I wanted to see more. I wanted more action, but I'm not going to dock the movie any points for it just because that's a personal preference of like, oh god, that was such good action. I wish I could have seen more of that. I mean, Logan is a fantastic fucking film. The check marks as they go are all checked off. Good acting, good cinematography, decent story. Everything is solid. However, it also combines that with just an excellently made cast and story and this whole new kind of X-Men film that's deeper and darker and more interesting. And honestly, it's a great fucking movie and you really should go see it. I'm probably gonna go see it again. I'm extremely pleased. I'm fanboying. Oh yeah, I'm fanboying. But when a movie sets up my expectations so high with its interesting trailers and all the reviews being so ridiculously good, and then I go see the movie and my expectations are then beaten, I'm pretty happy about that. Anyway, I'm gonna pull a quick Jeremy Johns here. Have you seen it and what'd you think about it? Comment below. And also, I'm gonna have a lot of interesting videos coming out tomorrow as well as the end of the week. I am going to PAX East, so if you're going to PAX East, I'm gonna have like a fan meetup and everything. Go ahead and tell me and follow me on Twitter for any kind of updates for that stuff. So, I'll see you later. Bye-bye.